far, seeing how shields have changed up the game. I'm excited to hear your view on it. And the first set we got is BrianYi versus Girphquake, two of the best out here. Right.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one, man. I'm actually really excited for this. I feel like at least from on Girphquake's side, I know he's been messing around with shields a lot. I know he's been a major advocate for it. So seeing him have opportunity just to play and go ham with it is an exciting time. So I'm really excited to see him go through. BrianYi, for stuff that I've seen from him, his Shaggy has been quality. I know he loves to play that good reserve. I've seen some solid footsies from him as well. So I'm excited to go back and forth and see how that nuance changes with Seal.
Yeah, absolutely. BrianYi is to parrying what Girphquake is to shields. I think they both honestly pushed the meta on doing that the furthest out of any non-dev players in the game.
Yeah.
Right? Girphquake obviously has been experimenting with shields since pretty much the entire time, but BrianYi, especially in the past week or two, has been so good at getting these parries. So we saw it in the match against Uzi, and we'll probably see it in this match against Girf as we get into it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Game one, already starting off. Getting a decent string here, getting on the platform, just going to be pressuring. One thing I've been really loving about Girphquake is just also, too, just being consistent with a lot of these empty hops for pressure, right? Trying to scout people that goes from whiffs in the air, and then it can go with them easy anti-airs. Obviously, Harley being a strong character in that regard.
Yeah, absolutely. The empty hops from Girphquake are just so impressive. He uses them to condition opponents so well, but BrianYi also one to condition opponents so well. Really good at punishing in bad in dodges. We've seen against Uzi, and we're probably going to see if Girphquake can avoid it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We see a burnout situation come down here. We see the pressure, just step back, just biding their time. They're going to be able to get back that meter, though. The pressure on that shield going to drop, though. That's one of the things that's really nice for Harley, right? That's Sarah. Sarah, obviously, just an incredible tool, but also being a two-hitter, right? And I love that already we're seeing Harley's mix it up with the Nair as well to kind of give themselves some kind of setup, right? You always want to deal with, like, all right, am I making sure to deal with that one hit or two hit on shield? But that DP always going to find its mark. Easy kill right there, and BrianYi starting off strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Using that shield to get through the bad plushie, but it's not going to be enough. Girf able to use that pressure from making him shield to get that punish, and now BrianYi's in burnout. He does seem to live it, though. The Sarah from Girf is going to do so much, but it's not going to be enough for him to get the kill.
Just waiting it out, but still here in the corner, though. Are you going to escape this? Bombs planted in the way. I love the patience there. Sitting back, not being afraid. Most people would buckle. A lesser person would have buckled in that situation, but BrianYi will sit back. Still going to get hit, though, with that up special. I'm going to close out, so we can use one apiece. But already I'm loving seeing the shield pressure we're seeing here. Yeah, going to fast fall through on that platform, so you can apply that pressure on some of the platform, right? Obviously, in shield, I think that's one thing I've seen from a lot of people be like, how do you deal with shield on the platform, right? It's going to be a little too powerful, but of course you can see there just the aerial movement and the bob and weave from Girphquake. You got to be able to space around shield, right, and apply that pressure still as an aggressive player.
Yeah, absolutely. Using that addition of short hops and fast falls to really make it hard for the person who's shielding on a platform to do anything about it. If you get stuck there, it can be such a dangerous position, as we've already seen this game, right? Girphquake is kind of trapping BrianYi on these platforms, not letting him get out for free. A lot of players misplay when BrianYi's sitting on that platform holding shield. They kind of jump too high, they aggress too much, and then they get punished for it. But Girphquake just showing how, if with a little patience and a lot of spacing,
look at that meter, it's time.
Yeah, exactly. Harley
punishes burnout, yeah.
So heavy. But so does Shaggy.
Me, of course. Yeah, and that's a big thing, right? We're seeing both of these guys utilize a lot of shield and then, like, obviously using their mobility, but we're seeing some times where they're, because of that, right, and the pressure, these burnouts are coming a lot more quicker than normal, right? So I think that's one thing people are going to have to adjust to, because you're going to have situations where you have shields, so there's going to be safer sequences, right, in neutral, but also you're just going to see, once again, another burnout. And we have a chase here coming in from Girphquake, going deep, absolutely going to find its mark. Clean hammer time, man. You love to see it. And now we are in the last match situation, man. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is already such a close game one, right? They were in another bracket tonight playing this same exact matchup right before this, and you can see that they already have so much experience against each other. Look at that patience from BrianYi. Girphquake holding that shield, expecting him to swing on it, expecting him to do anything, and he just waits. And then another double sear is enough to do it.
Oh no!
You can see the hard reads from BrianYi. He doesn't let Girphquake get away with this waiting style, right? Girphquake normally has the patience to wait out anyone. BrianYi tears down that patience and makes a meal out of it. Absolutely feasting on that last stock in game number 1.
Yo, BrianYi's a menace, man.
Yeah.
BrianYi is a menace. The double knee finds its mark, man. Gonna explosive game 1 there. But I'm excited to see what kind of adaptations that Girphquake has for us next. We're going into game 2. So we're going to go flat, so opting out with no platforms this time around. We're just going straight flat stage. Let's see what they can do on the ground. Excited for this one, already off to the races. Trying to stack on some Ignite there to get some additional damage.
Yeah, absolutely. They both kind of want to get anything going, right? They're holding shields, not really trying to give each other too big of openings, but there, a whiff nair. Early space is going to be enough for Girphquake getting that big opening.
Nothing. Deal with all of this. Yep, absolutely.
Oh no, don't get parried. He went for the parry again. We saw it against Uzi twice, and he's going into Girph. Girph misses the attack, whether that be on purpose or accident.
We're swinging. We are swinging.
Swings it there and gets that stock. Again, Girph, a full stock up practically, and in a great spot positionally in the stage as well.
Yeah, what a beautiful sequence there from Girphquake, and just presence of mind also maintain their positioning, you know, relative towards the stage. There's very few times we saw it go for overshoot, but even then they were airborne and had enough resources to kind of get back, and that's a really big thing when you're dealing with MultiVersus, right? There's certain cases where you can go for overshoots off stage, but you want to make sure you have these resources. Oh, there's the parry.
Wow. Also, the movement from Girphquake for that first 60% was some of the nastiest I've ever seen. Empty hops, safe moves on shield, great extensions, never overextending, always getting the most you can out of your combos, and it's getting him enough to get this stock, and he looks completely in control of this game.
Yeah, no, beautiful plays there. I mean, he's just bobbing and dancing around him. Like, I talked about BrianYi having the footsies, but my boy is kicking right now. Girphquake, just beautiful play all around. We're going to see another burnout sequence here for BrianYi. He's got to be careful. We've seen a lot of preemptive parries, right, and shield, and because of that, just been in burnout so much faster, and now you got to deal with all this damage.
All right,
Harley get a whiff, though.
Harley conversion can't find anything else, but Shaggy's stuck at 39%. You have to be able to kill Girphquake soon. Great shield break attack. Jab is not safe on shield. You need to be able to get this stock if you're BrianYi. The with shield attack on Girphquake's side is gonna leave him enough room to get punished. Again, no stocks have been taken.
Yeah. Not yet, man. Yeah, be patient. Yeah, I love that. Just gonna get the easy whiff punish.
Oh my gosh.
Step back with that down tilt. It's gonna be such a good tool there. Gonna get the KO this time around, but that's gonna be only be one. Sitting at 75%. Let's see if we can start something off. And that Shaggy kick, right? Obviously gonna be powered up. That Rage One's gonna do a lot of damage on that dodge meter. So good opportunity, but now we're not in the best position here. Are we gonna make this one back? I don't know. And you're in burnout? Oh no, you might be cooked. It might be seasoned, man.
He's in burnout, has wall fatigue, the bat bomb, everything is tracking against him. And it's enough. I mean, well played by Girphquake. JV restock if you don't count the armor. It just feels impossible. When Girphquake has a read on his opponent, you can see him play around what BrianYi wants to do so well. The empty hops, the fading stairs on shield, everything just combines to be such immaculate option covers, such just unbelievable pressure.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing, I love the mix-ups we're seeing already, right? A lot of it just like, because it's not just on the active mix-ups that we're seeing, but again, we talked about it earlier on. We're seeing a lot of these empty hops coming through as well. We're seeing these kind of drift backs to really coax BrianYi to burn out a lot of the meter, whether it's either dodge or parry on the shield, and then just cornering him, pressuring him, and let him cook in the pressure. You don't have to do anything else. Once you got that pressure on deck, let them cook themselves, and then you'll find his mark, especially when someone gets burned out, then you take that one to the bank, and that's what Girphquake was able to do. Got to be careful here, though. Oh, we going for all of it?
Run down airs for BrianYi was so good instead against Uzi.
Oh, here's the burnout, though. This is what we're talking about.
Great recovery from BrianYi. Chooses to go back off stage in burnout against Harley Quinn. Gets one downer, gets a Sair, goes for the second, can't get it. They're off stage. He needs to make it back, and he does safely, but not without actually getting hit by Girphquake again. Running into the bat bomb. The pressure is stacking up.
Running back. Oh, he's looking good. Oh, I love that, man. Bob and weave. Talk about Bob and weave, man.
Wow. That option coverage is crazy. Just so good from Girphquake. Gets all the punishes. He never overextends. He goes for what he can get and then just waits for you to make the mistake for him. Yeah. Great DIN on Shaggy jab too, trying to force the up special to miss, which it does.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, one of the things I love too is he's not necessarily having to go preemptively and chase him. Sometimes he's just watching, all right, where are you going to burn your meter? And if you're not going to swing on the hitbox, then I can burn my meter and immediately go for a punish, right? Because of how dodges versus dodge cancels work now in this game, it allows you to kind of wait in certain situations, especially if your opponent's going to escape, and then immediately afterwards go for either additional pressure, or you can just go for a whiff punish if they choose to do a dodge cancel up above. And Girphquake has been making that one work for him so damn well through the course of the set. Good nair initially started up, of course. We're going to set up shop here. We're just going to fire on through, though. BrianYi. Good damage.
Great damage, great pressure. Girf now has advantage. He has positioning. Gets the up air. Reverse Sair isn't going to be enough. BrianYi is back in burnout, but the jab beats out Harley sides first dash attack for the second time this set. Great down air, great up special. Can't do it. A jab is gonna kill from Shaggy. Barely misses it. Smooth moves from Harley coming to great effect there, using that signature perk to guarantee the dodge. BrianYi fishing for that down air, but he's still stuck in disadvantage. But again, jab up special on Shaggy. The true combo that we all know and fear is going to be enough to make Girf second.
Absolute classic. Good stuff there for BrianYi, man. Because definitely a couple situations right there going back and forth scramble. We're going to get a kill here, though. Easy confirmed into that nair. And just like once again, we're going down with all day. The pressure.
Oh my
you got to respect that fastball. It's too good.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Great nair pressure. Mixes up Girphquake. He thinks BrianYi's going to fade through, but he stays on the same side. Using another nair, sticking on that platform. He's so comfortable up there, but overextends with the nair, gets punished for it. Both players, though, searching for anything to get the lead in this game.
Yeah, trying to find something here. Yeah, BrianYi looking for that nair. He's trying to stomp the yard, man, but you got to be careful out here in these streets. I'm telling you. We step back, going to get a high one this time around into an up air. Another one. We're going to chase. Great juggle situation here for BrianYi, and looking not too bad on the meter this situation as well, but this positioning, of course, he's gonna have the burn meter to get back. And he says, "I say that we're in burnout here. We do have a bomb. He said, I don't care."
That was so smart. He realizes that Girphquake is gonna try and instant explode to try and get a reversal, and chooses to go for up air up special. Something that is not true when Girphquake has dodge meter like he did, but he plays upon Girphquake's assumption that he's just gonna back off. That was so smart.
Very smart. Yeah, brilliant play. Knowing like, nah, dude, I'm not gonna give you the time to finish any of that. I won't let you finish. I like it, man.
Yeah, it's so smart from them. I mean, this is just crazy back and forth gameplay, right? Like, after the last match, you might think BrianYi is out, but he has adapted and he's pressured so well. He's not getting caught out by the same things. His nairs are better. He's getting caught out less. He's giving Girf less bad options.
So you're already going to early burnout, but you know what? It's okay sometimes. Sometimes you got to be a burnout baron, man. Sometimes you just got to use that meter, get yourself in a great application, and go from there. But this is a bad position here for BrianYi. Let's see if he can get out, relatively unscathed. You're going to see a little damage here from Girphquake. Yeah, easy shield there. We're going to get that quick punish. Good damage. Almost have that ignite proc as well, too.
Yeah, great job from BrianYi waiting out that ignite. You can't let Harley get any of her free damage from that passive. Great. Nair barely misses. Great nair. Gonna go for a Sair instead of an up air like you might expect. And both players just still trying to get anything started. Great patience on Girphquake's part. Sticks the bat bomb to himself with that up air. So he creates a frame trap for BrianYi and he falls right into it.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there. Yeah, and already going for a chase here. Of course, there to up air. Gets himself in a great juggle situation. Oh, the chase afterwards, the delay. Going for another nair. Oh, almost stock deleted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still a dangerous spot for him, though. Like, very low meter, right? And uses the dodge cancel on the jab. Yeah, gets shield broken. And here we go. Where you going?
Has no jumps left. Manages to make it back to stage. But again, you're at such a deficit right now. And these attacks on shield are not safe.
Oh, but there's the parry reversal.
I mean, we said it earlier, right? BrianYi is to parries what Girphquake is to shields. He ends up getting that reversal and evening up the stock count, but Girphquake doesn't want to let him get it for free. Trying to get any amount of pressure. One more dodge on BrianYi. Has none left. He manages to make it back to the wall. 100% down. Opts to go for the charge, but Girphquake.
The drop zone
amazing there.
Yeah.
The new fastball speed is so important for that.
Yeah. No, 100%. And I love the ability that people can pressure now from there too, right? Because they're already going to be burning resources, and a lot of times it's like, all right, the option is to sit back, right? That's the level 1 option. And so I love the fact that now with the fastballs too, you can still kind of pressure someone down there with tools like that, albeit somewhat of a risk as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Can he get the up special? No, he can't. He has to go for it because he's so far behind. But again, Girphquake is not going to let him do it for free. And the snare kills at 64% at the edge of the stage. Harley's the lightest character in the game. 44 units of her units of weight to her name, and it shows in that interaction.
Yeah, and I mean, that was just a really good play all in all for BrianYi, right? There's a lot of times that Girphquake, that's kind of the risk, right? An implied risk for a lot of the chases that he's been doing. He's been burning out of a lot of his resources, and then it takes time for him to get back down airborne. So I love that BrianYi's like, oh, you burned all those things? Yeah, I'm gonna punish you for it. That stock is gone. So now we're gonna go into that last KO sequence right here now. Man, we're down to the wire. Going for a chase.
Playing
Girphquake's trying to finish this one.
Yeah, Girphquake's trying to play a little aggressive here, but you put yourself into burnout against a Shaggy. There's no more dangerous situation in the game. Nice DI in Girphquake's heart. DIing into the bat box. You can't get laddered if he can't hit you, you know?
Yep.
So, really well played. Positionally, up special is going to get it. Yep. Jab, jab, reverse ID up special into... I mean, it just kills. It's so consistent, so good. We've seen it work so many times, and that's another game number 5 in this top 8.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. I love that that end closeout, right? Going ahead and using shield. You notice Girphquake was kind of using it a little bit less towards the tail end of that match, and then used it where it counted, where he knew that he could get that win condition, gets the KO. Like, that's smooth. That's what I love to see, right? Because there's all these different nuances when it comes to shield. It's not just, oh, I just want to shield every single time. Sometimes you want to coax your opponent. You want them to be a little bit more liberal, right, with their movement and stuff as well, and then come back and then get punishes, especially if you don't think they're actually attacking your shield in the correct way, right?
Yeah, BrianYi is not really using that shield attack. We haven't actually seen it this set from him, and Girphquake knows that. He's actually holding shield a lot more than he used to. You see it here, right? He's so confident in holding shield, just getting these free punishes off BrianYi, getting that up air bridge, or that Sair bridge, right? He has so much pressure here, waiting for that bat bomb, giving so much pressure. BrianYi now at advantage, hits the double Sair, goes for a third, can't land it. Now he's in a bad spot on stage.
Oh, this is very dangerous. Shots, yep, another one, you're gone. Yeah, nothing, dude. You hold all those shots.
Yeah, double dare is gonna be enough. You can't put yourself in a burnout in that kind of a spot against a Harley Quinn. It's not enough. But BrianYi reading the smooth moves from Harley and answering back that stock immediately, not letting Girphquake get any extra percent. And evening up the stock count at 1-1 apiece.
Yeah, very, very quickly there. And I love this. Already trying to apply some pressure here from BrianYi. He knows he's got to kind of pick up the tempo. But Girphquake is right there with him. Great landing there in up air. I love the fall down. Trying to start, like, kind of clear up some space here on Girphquake's side. Great anti-air. But, man, we're just seeing the scramble situation back and forth. Reads him trying to go down. He's not going to go for that dodge in, though. Ain't no way I'm losing my life to that, right? So Girphquake is going to live another day. Opportunity for him there on burnout, so got to be safe to get back up. Speaking of...
Almost another double dare to end the other stock this time, right? I love how patient BrianYi is, right? Even though, he's not using like show attack or anything like that, he's still so good at being patient, right? Doesn't have some of these projectiles, some of these set play tools that Harley does, but he's so good at just surviving on no space at all, and we see it time and time again in this set. And, I mean, overextension from Girphquake, a bad Sair is going to be enough to lose your stock, and BrianYi is up 79% to, 0.
Yeah, it's a really good position right here for BrianYi to make it forward. I think Girphquake had a couple opportunities where potentially could have gone for like a Sair, like the double Sair into Nair, right, because of the burnout sequence, but opting to kind of go for the tried and true. But maybe that risk was needed during that time period. Does have an opportunity here with the burnout though. See, reverse up here, you're getting some good damage though, but he's gonna go up from
barely misses the up special.
Great dodge. Oh my god.
He was in burnout, right? If BrianYi just read his DI a little bit better, that was actually stock. Full charge neutral attack is gonna do it on Girphquake's side. You're down 35%, but the game is not over.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. We're in the final stage, the end game right here. We got the chains of combinations. I love the stuff we're seeing on the platforms. Starting to see some air-to-air sequences more so from Girphquake too, trying to be patient and then going for, jump out of shield, right? And doing the air out of shield, which I love to see. We're not seeing that from too many people. We're finally seeing it around now in the set. Bobbing and weaving, great anti-airs. Oh, here comes the knees, though. Oh, we are
Oh my god, the read!
I'm
Absolutely
following you.
insane!
So
He
good.
knows he can't win the game with that first jab, so he waits it out and goes for the second, gets him in a better position. Not enough though. Hits the shield, knows it's not safe. Shows the charge of the blast zone. He's oh my god,
I love
his
that.
hammer, and that's enough.
That was so good. That was so good. Goes and drifts off to the top, right? And then falls through the platform with the nair, right? And I think a lot of people in that sequence would think someone's going to try to just land on the platform and kind of be a little bit safer there. And it's those kind of sequences, those minute differences that allow for those to find their mark, right? Where it's like, okay, they're probably just going to land on the stage here on the corner. Like, nope, I'm going to slide off just a little bit. So I'm going to be able to fall through, catch you lacking, and that hammer is going to hammer it all the way home for Girphquake to be the champion of that set. That was clean. There were some great scramble situations from these guys all throughout, and they still found a way to keep their composure. I loved how both of them navigated burnout sequences, you know, especially defensively, being below, right, clinging onto those walls. But we just got to see a great master class, especially from what I've seen from most people who have not played a game with Shield before. Seeing like how Girphquake and BrianYi were utilizing Shield, both the strengths of Shield and the weaknesses of Shield were clear on display for everybody. So I think that was an amazing set for everyone to see, just phenomenal all throughout.
Shield is not an overwhelming defensive option. There's so much innate counterplay to it, right? We've seen it time and time again where both players are interacting with each other in shields, not just attacking shields, blocking, fishing for anything, right? You see empty hops, you see shield pressure, you see fade back stairs, you see cross ups. There's so much depth that comes innate to having shields in your game. And we see it time and time again. Even without a lot of players utilizing these shield break attacks, there's still so much counterplay here. But again, shield strengths are so good, right? You can't do these spam dodge in jabs that we're used to seeing from a lot of the top tiers in the format, right? You can't do a lot of these safe landing nairs that have little interaction from your opponent. You have